right, we are in the top end of the fights this evening. We are moving into our amateur light heavyweight title fight. Please welcome the challenger, Isaac Hogan.
Tell you what, boys, when I saw the 16-fight card put together, this was the fight that I was most looking forward to. Isaac Hogan and Damian Volar are both phenomenal athletes.
Yeah, certainly I agree with that, mate. I'll call out some details for Isaac, and we'll get into that shortly. So Isaac Hogan, 25, we actually saw him do quite a good performance up against our very own Jackson Weir-White in his last fight, and that has given him an opportunity to fight for the belt up against Damian Volar. So Isaac Hogan fighting out of Grange High Performance, originally from Orange, New South Wales. This is his 7th walk to the cage, 4 wins, 2 losses. 3 of his wins have been by TKO, and we saw the absolute volume and strength he is able to put in place. I called him in his last fight a mini Cain Velasquez, and it certainly does come that way.
I think I called him Alex Pereira.
I was about to say the same thing. It's like he's been born in a laboratory between Cain Velasquez, Antonio Bigfoot Silva, Alex Pereira, and Vanderlei Silva. And he fights like all of them. I was so impressed with the performance he put in against Jackson Weir-White. He just had the entire package. And I tell you what, like I said, he was massive as a middleweight, and he's still huge as a light middleweight.
He's got the experience of he's got boxing, he's got 2-1 in boxing, he's 3-0 in kickboxing. He's an 86-kilo Oceanic K1 champion. He's always fight camp, he's always fighting, and he just wants to win, always.
Absolutely.
And our current amateur light heavyweight champion, Damian Volar!
And now we have his opponent, the current champion, Damian Honeybear Volar, 29, fighting out of Adelaide, South Australia, under the Element Gym. I mentioned before, we've seen him on this card as well. Had an absolute war against Dan Staveley when he tried to become the 2-belt champion, but Damian put a stop to that and won that fight. Really, what I was really impressed with from that is his ability to be able to just dominate and stay around. It's like he was just constantly there, and just kind of waited for his opponent to gas himself out. I was impressed with his striking, but also his BJJ wrestling as well.
And how awesome is that he's obviously bringing out his little child, put it on the full experience. Massive props too to, again, XFC matchmaker and promoter Dan Woolard. No cost spared. These two are the best 2 light heavyweights at the moment, so bring them up. Who cares if one's from New South Wales, one's from Adelaide, South Australia? Bring them up here. Let's get the best guys fighting on XFC so that we can actually say that the amateur champion of XFC is the best in the country.
Yeah, I asked Damian at the back, what has he done differently this? He goes, mate, all I've done is just started adding belts. So he's won another belt from another another promotion as well. So he's now got 2 light heavyweight championships, and he wants to defend this one. I always have a lot of respect for people who defend their belts as well. It's one thing to win it.
I was going to say, absolutely. When I saw this was for an interim belt to some extent, you know what? Put the whole belt on the line. Let's be honest. Oren Palmley is a phenomenal fighter. We've got to get him active. We've got to get him back in the XFC cage. I know he's chasing that world title dreams. But massive props to Damian Volar here right now, putting it all on the line and coming back to defend his belt. So, again, although the poster may say interim, I think everyone in Australian MMA right now believes that this is for the full title.
100% agree with that, mate. Absolutely. And once again, so we've got the skill set. We saw the purple belt with Damian Volar on display last time, and Isaac Hogan also
Fight
the blue
number
belt.
14. XFC Amateur Light Heavyweight Championship. B-class rules. 5 by 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, in the blue corner, he weighed in at 92.6 kilograms. He holds an amateur record of 4 fights and 2 losses. Fighting out of Grange High Performance, give it up for Isaac Hogan!
I'm telling you now, 92 kilos, the scale is
And
broken.
his opponent in the red corner, he weighed in at 92.6 kilograms. He has an amateur record of 6 wins and 1 loss. Fighting out of Elements, give it up for Damian, the Honey Bear Volar! Your referee in charge is the key ability.
Commands at all times. If you want to touch the gloves now, do it now. Okay.
So no glove touch there. These guys are straight in the business. I do like the Valet 2-day style pants that Honey Bear is wearing. So Volar versus Hogan. Volar in the red, Hogan the blue.
Again, boys, we had Isaac Hogan in his last fight at middleweight. And look at the size of him as a light heavyweight.
Thundering kick to the thigh there by Volar.
That'll be a lot of fun of this round, I think.
Oh, that was solid.
Yeah, nice movement there by Hogan in terms of throwing the kick and then the right cross straight after it.
Yeah, Volar's going to come to life very, very soon. Here we go.
Both boys just taking their time, just getting the reads on each other. Volar almost lulls you into the slow, methodical style that suits him, and Hogan's just trying to push the pace at the moment.
Nice shots.
Beautiful connection, hands are well and truly locked in place. Look for him to step over shortly. So Volar stepped over the leg, his leg lace to stop him from being able to move it. It's 2-on-1 grip on the left hand, and he's just going to start raining down punches. I like the fact that Volar is waiting to get control before he throws punches. And right now Hogan's just trying to get out of this position. Two-on-one grip, he's got to the back, about to lace the next leg through.
It's getting close. Yeah, almost.
Similar thing, if you're going to tell Hogan how to get out of this, you basically say peel him off your back, use the cage, and Volar's just trying to make sure that that's not possible. Great job there of being able to get his hips out. He's fighting that hand very well. He's changed the position to the same thing. He's hooked that arm himself.
Oh, again, just straight into monstering his opponent.
Very good, and he'll be able to take a lot away from that. So Hogan able to neutralize the wrestling of Volar early and get back up into the striking.
Big shots from Volar.
Ooh.
A little bit of a stumble there by Volar. Can you tell me how that was already 3 minutes? I don't know. Great head pressure there by Hogan as well.
You're right that luring in technique, like he kind of is not moving much, kind of just, and then as soon as you come in, bang, he just throws that real big overhand. It's just praise it connects in.
Yeah, similar thing. So with Volar, when he throws his jab, he kind of just throws it out slow, and it's more there to measure, it's so he can hit you really hard with that right hand. So the left hand almost lulls you in. Hogan got caught a couple of times, and you saw him towards the end of that fight. Okay, he started pushing the striking a little bit more and not worrying about Volar's tempo. He's trying to control that tempo himself.
Yeah. Especially after you got up off the cage, back into the middle. Let's go.
And that's the experience piece as well, around knowing if you've been pulled down to the cage, then there's a piece where you kind of have to show the judges that you're in control.
Oh, nice little kind of jab, uppercut come through there from Hogan.
Oh, nice 1-2 down the right down the middle by Volar. Hogan's doing a great job here in terms of getting those underhooks, just trying to nullify him from going down too low. Volar's leg lacing across. I think that movement's just, I'm big and I want you to go this way.
Oh, big shot. I think the cage just moved 2 inches towards the red corner there.
Yeah, Hogan did a good job in terms of linking his hands together, and right now he's just trying to get that Russian hand grip.
Dagestani haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, Volar's doing everything he can to get into this fight, isn't he? But Hogan just isn't giving him an inch at the moment. Just imposing his own game plan.
Yeah, he did this. He was a late starter in his last fight that I watched as well, when he won the Diamondback Championship as well. But he kind of seems to come in towards the champion rounds like he was made for that. And you can see he's breathing fine. He's not rushing. He's not anxious. Hogan's throwing a lot of stuff at him. He's just taking his time. It's like he has to take a couple of hits to wake up. He's coming back in there now. Hogan's walking forward. Volar's throwing a few dirty boxing punches.
Oh, big hit there.
The huge overhand right there.
Yeah, massive shout out to Craig Ike as well out of Diamondback in South Australia. What a phenomenal show they put on.
Bell's got some good pressure there against the cage, and Hogan's throwing those 1%ers.
Hasn't that been the takedown of the night? The little, the trap of the leg.
Yeah.
The sweeping of the leg.
Yeah, both the outside lacing and the inside lacing. It's all there. I'm really impressed with the head movement by both of them. And the only reason they're not finishing that takedown is the overhook and stopping them from coming down. Nice framing by Volar and great head pressure by Hogan.
Boys, I've just realised we're probably about 20-25 minutes away from seeing the incredibly exciting Nick Kepu in the cage. How awesome is that going to be?
The old palm to ear strikes, really popularised by Bas Rutten.
Yeah, it really messes with your equilibrium, doesn't it?
McGregor's good with it too, I think, from the back.
Yeah. I'm not sure if anyone's ever hit you those, but getting them both at the same time also just drums your head. One each side's not so bad, like it's still annoying, but both at the same time it hurts. Both very animated corners. And so Hogan came into this fight a little bit lighter than Volar, but you wouldn't pick it now. It looks like they've both hydrated very well. I would love to see what their weight is now in terms of what they actually walked in the cage as.
It's a tough one to pick as well. You know, you kind of look at the body language between the two, and Hogan's upright, he's motivated. Volar seems a little bit dejected, but that's just the way that he fights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He keeps it within himself.
Oh, he's down. Oh, a little bit of a slip there.
Yeah, that was a good head kick, and I wouldn't have been surprised if the result was the other way around with Volar moving down, but beautiful ankle pick there by Hogan. Good fight IQ. And Volar's ability to use the cage to walk up is great. He's got a nice deep underhook and an overhook on the far side.
No, that was in the stomach. That was fine.
Yeah, kind of hit his forearm. But Nikia Melody having a look as well, making sure. A bit of an eye, could have been an eye poke at the end there.
Yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, it happens too quick. You know, who are you to say if it was, to try and guess on that? So again, on the side of caution, it's always best there just to play it safe.
And Nikia Melody extremely experienced in here, giving the fighter some time. Look at potentially getting the doctor in here to have a look.
He's fine, Doc.
Dr. Matt Walton has said everything is okay. Just don't ask where his medical degree came from. And that's the thing, like with the MMA gloves, eye pokes do happen. I wouldn't say anything within that was intentional or deliberate at all.
Yeah, it's not looking good at the moment. The body language coming out of Volar. Again, he does have 5 minutes, like we said, so hopefully he makes the most of this 5 minutes. But Isaac Hogan vehemently denying there was an eye poke. He believes it was from a punch.
And that's the thing, like it can be the corner of the glove as well. There's so many different sharp parts of the glove itself. It might not be a fingernail. I haven't seen a replay, so I don't know what's actually coming up through at the moment.
Yeah, it does look like Volar's starting to come good now. Little nod of the head from Nikia Melody.
And once again, for those watching at home, they do have 5 minutes for recovery time for anything of a legal strike, a groin strike, or if not an eye poke as well. So
yeah, it's an interesting feeling too, isn't it? There's a difference between getting punched in the eye versus getting poked as well. So the punch is like a thud, like a blinding sort of pain. Whereas a poke is, like I said, what Damian Volar's going through now with the blinking and everything. So hopefully he has recovered. But I tell you what, his corner is belting out right now to get straight back into this fight.
Yep, and Hogan wanted to waste no time in getting that takedown. Got to remember here as well, Hogan's a blue belt in BJJ and Volar is a purple belt. But there's also the wrestling piece, and you can see the wrestling really coming in strong here right now.
I really like that mentality there from Hogan. Again, after a stoppage, an accidental poke possibly, you can tend to kind of play a bit sympathetic to your opponent.
Definitely.
But he chose not to give his opponent an inch there and came straight back into the action.
Yeah, I don't agree with you, Matt. I've seen you roll. I've seen Adam Davis roll. I don't see any sympathy in any of you two. And I reckon you go straight for the kill, just like Hogan did just then.
What a reversal.
Beautiful step over there by Volar.
Oh, straight into mount.
It's good for Morris.
Good boy. This is what champions do. Get into it, Damian.
Good quality. So he's doing a great job here in terms of the lock.
Jesus.
He just picked up another bloke.
Oh, wow.
And from here, he's sliding off. He's sliding off.
He's going to get the arm on the way through.
Oh, how strong is he?
No, he's safe at this stage. But that's just absolute brute strength.
What a sequence.
Would be absolutely cooked on this.
To going from having someone on your back to thinking that, I've got to defend a choke here, to turning it around, defending an armbar, to getting into this position. And at home, this is horrible because you can't breathe. Your lungs and your diaphragm are just crushed.
Your spine and your neck.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost like a stack pass. Obviously, he's in a half guard now, so he'll be able to breathe here now, and he's got the overhook, which is stopping Hogan from raining down punches with that right hand. Oh, Hogan's just pushing his head and grinding it over his forehead. Standing over him, didn't give him an absolute inch. And once again, this is one of the reasons I love the championship belts from XFC. Amateur fights go over 5 rounds. So we'll definitely find out who the winner is after this one. We have another 2 rounds to define it. I just want to call out at the end is that that understanding from Hogan around making sure he's pushing his head, not a headbutt, but just grinding his face across Volar just to go, hey, I'm here and I'm not going away. I may be a little bit sadistic. So here we are in the 4th round.
Oh, solid jab, bro.
Yeah, and what I liked about that jab, he stood into it as well.
Yep, full power.
Hogan's got his hands clasped, and Volar goes for a right again. And look for... Okay, Hogan has secured the hip. He's trying to stop Volar from walking away, so Hogan's trying to keep him there at this stage. Volar's trying to use the cage to walk up. He's finding it hard to do so with that right arm trapped. It's horrible being caught in your corners, in your opponent's corner.
Hogan slowly making his way up the body. Still in the half guard.
He's trying to pin that left arm as well. Hogan's done a great job in terms of centering up, but his head is certainly in the trenches here, in the gutter, which is stopping the hip movement. Able to escape that now. Hogan's doing a great job locking up that right arm. Actually, I apologise. It's Volar who is locking up the right arm. And beautiful wrestling sequence to get out of there. Almost a ghost escape.
Oh, nice little reversal. Oh, that's got to hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, throws him with it.
Wow.
Yeah, Hogan using almost like a modified straight arm to try and turn him around.
Oh, it's close.
He's tight, he's tight. He's tight.
It's underneath. Tap! For the win! He's tapped. He drove with the...
And still! I mentioned before, Volar's a slow starter, but he finishes strong.
And still. Did not see that coming at all.
He threw his opponent as he was being submitted and then ended up on his back and choked him out.
Well done.
Absolutely outstanding performance by both these gentlemen. I'm rewatching that fight. And Volar at the end, just to, as he's finishing, got the tap, threw him off him. He wanted to be very, very clear so he could celebrate that win. Once again, remember there was no handshake at the start of this. I wonder if they've buried the hatchet with that fight.
Your referee put a stop to this fight in round 4 at 1 minute and 59 seconds for your winner by rear naked choke and still XFC Amateur Light Heavyweight Champion Damian Volar!
very quickly, because we are fast running out of time, but I do have to say, mate, that right there is exactly what champions are made of, mate. That was a phenomenal comeback and a phenomenal stoppage. What's going through your mind right now?
I guess my first submission victory, so I thought, I've nearly got a brown belt. I better show that I can use it. So credit to Zach. He came out a lot stronger. He was a lot stronger in the grappling exchanges than I was expecting. Like you said, had to dig deep. So, the cream always rises to the top.
Mate, first I've got to give massive props as well. Defending the belt, I reckon we get rid of the interim champ. You're the champ, mate. You're defending it. You're up here fighting for it. So apologies for the promoter for putting my foot down on that one. Mate, obviously you got your little baby here. Who do you want to thank?
Yeah, obviously all my sponsors. Wouldn't be able to do it without them. My partner and my little baby, all my coaches, my training partners. Obviously, it takes a village. Takes a village to raise a fighter.
All right, mate, everyone make some noise for your light heavyweight champion, Oren Palmley. Where are you at?